For decades, we've been stuck in this mindset of just doing less bad to the environment. But what if we could just flip that script completely? What if we could use engineering and technology to move past damage control and into active, planetary-scale regeneration? So let's dive into this idea, because it's a big one.
This really is the question at the heart of it all. Can we actually harness our own ingenuity to undo the harm we've caused and actively heal our world? Well, according to this proposal called Rebalance Earth, the answer isn't just maybe, it's a resounding yes. Okay, so before we can really get our heads around the solution, we've got to be crystal clear on the problem. And the problem is, our planet has limits. These aren't just ideas. They're measurable, scientific boundaries that keep all of its systems stable and working properly. And wow, this visual really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? Just look at those top two bars, climate change and biodiversity. We're not just a little over the line, we've blown past the safe zone by almost 100%. These aren't just abstract stats, these are our planet's literal life support systems under extreme stress.
So here's the kicker. We know all this. This isn't exactly new information, but there's this massive, and I mean massive, gap between what we're currently doing and what's actually needed to get us back inside those safe boundaries.
So why aren't our current efforts working? Well, it really boils down to three things. First, they're just way too slow to keep up with how fast things are changing. Second, they lack the massive scale we need. And third, our approach is totally fragmented. We try to solve the climate problem over here and the water problem over there without seeing them as one single interconnected system.
And this, right here, this gets to the very heart of the problem. It's a mindset issue. Right now, we're almost always reactive. We're basically firefighters, always putting out fires after they've started. What's needed is a huge shift to a predictive approach, one that sees the sparks and stops the fire before it ever begins. So how big is that gap between our reactive approach and the predictive one we need? Well, to put a number on it, our solutions need to be working at least 20 times faster than they are today.
Yeah, 20x. Okay, 20 times faster. How on earth is that even possible? Well, this is where the Rebalance Earth idea gets really interesting. It suggests we need to build something entirely new, a planetary nervous system, an integrated, intelligent system designed to literally sense and heal the planet. I mean, think about your own body for a second. Your nervous system is constantly monitoring your health, identifying problems, and triggering responses to heal itself, right? This concept just scales that same logic up to the entire planet, using AI, a network of sensors, and autonomous drones to create a real-time restoration system.
And it works in this constant intelligent loop that never stops. First, it monitors the health of ecosystems in real time. Then, the AI predicts potential issues before they spiral. After that, automated systems take action to restore balance. And finally, and this part is crucial, the system maintains that health, constantly measuring its own impact and learning. It's a cycle of healing.
So this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But how would you actually build it? What are the nuts and bolts, the core technologies that make a planetary nervous system even possible? Okay, it helps to think about it with a simple analogy. The brains of the whole operation, that's artificial intelligence, something that can process incredible amounts of data. The senses would be the Internet of Things, or IoT, basically a vast network of sensors spread across the globe, feeling the pulse of the planet.
So you've got these IoT sensors acting like the planet's nerve endings, constantly collecting data on everything from air and water quality to soil health. All of this information, and we are talking a fire hose of data, feeds directly into the AI decision engine, which analyzes it, identifies patterns, and decides on the best course of action.
But okay, seeing and thinking isn't enough. You have to be able to act. And that's where the hands and the heart come in. The hands are autonomous drones that can carry out restoration tasks, and the heart is the renewable energy source that powers the entire network. And the scale here is just a total game changer. These drones can perform tasks like reforestation up to 100 times faster than a human crew, 100 times. And crucially, the entire system is designed to be self-sustaining, powered 100% by clean energy from the sun, wind, and water. And listen, this isn't some far-off science fiction. These technologies already exist. Take smart irrigation, for example. By using sensors to deliver the precise amount of water exactly where it's needed, systems like this can cut water use by an incredible 60%. Now just imagine applying that level of efficiency everywhere.
So what's the end goal?
If a system like this were actually implemented, what would the tangible benefits be for the planet and for all of us?
Well, the first major target is carbon reduction. The goal is to remove 15 gigatons of carbon from the atmosphere. That is a staggering amount, a huge step toward restabilizing our climate.
The second goal is a 50% recovery in global biodiversity. This directly tackles that planetary boundary we saw earlier, aiming to bring our planet's rich web of life back from the brink.
And this is really important. This isn't just about ecology. It's about the economy. It's about people. A global restoration effort on this scale is projected to create 50 million new green jobs, from engineers to field technicians. 50 million.
And this isn't a pipe dream, it's an actual plan. It would start with a 2-year pilot phase, then move to a scaling phase over 5 years, and aims for global implementation within 15 years. It's ambitious, for sure, but it's structured and it's scalable.
So, when you step back and look at it, the technologies are here. The plan is laid out. We really do have the ability to move beyond simply sustaining what's left and start actively engineering a healthier, more resilient planet.
There's this quote from the source material that just says it all. It speaks to a kind of grounded urgency. We can't get back the time we've lost, but there's this profound opportunity right in front of us, right now.
And ultimately, that's the question this leaves us with. The tools are here. The path is becoming clearer. The real question is whether we have the collective will to build it. Are we ready to engineer a better future? Definitely something to think about.